The dawn of independence, the adoption of the Constitution, the declaration of emergency, a brutal terrorist attack, iconic speeches, and passing of landmark legislations. This building has witnessed the India story for 96 years. Throughout this transformative narrative of India, the hallowed chambers of Parliament have echoed with the resounding speeches and remarkable oratory of India's visionary leaders.
तू इधर उधर की ना बात कर, ये बता कि काफिला क्यों लुटा, हमें रहबरों से गिरा नहीं, तेरी रहबरी का ख्याल किया, तेरी रहबरी
कि तेरी जीत के काबिल नहीं हूँ मैं, तू मेरा शौक तो देख, मेरा इंतजार देख.
The heartfelt words of India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, the steadfast resolve of Lal Bahadur Shastri, followed by the eloquence of Indira Gandhi, the path-breaking liberalization of Dr. Manmohan Singh, the poetic brilliance of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and the powerful articulation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi has left an indelible mark on these historic walls. So, here's taking a look back at some of these iconic parliament speeches that shaped India.
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
This morning, according to the news, the government of West Pakistan has declared war upon us. Last evening, the West Pakistan Air Force violated our airspace wantonly and attacked a large number of our airfields. And with the leaders of the opposition parties, we were all of one mind, united in our resolve that the nation's freedom should be defended and unanimous that the aggressor should be beaten back. We have stood for peace, but peace itself has to be defended. Today, we are fighting to safeguard our territorial integrity and national honor. Above all, we are fighting for the ideals we cherish and the cause of peace.
The proportion of direct taxes should increase in the total tax revenues of the government. It is inexplicable that in a country of over 900 million people, only 12 million people are assessed to income tax, and what is worse, only about 12,000 SSCs are in the tax bracket of income above rupees 10 lakhs. I intend to make a beginning in widening the tax net by an amendment of Section 139 of the Income Tax Act. My proposal is that residents of large metropolitan cities who satisfy any two of the following economic criteria, namely ownership of a four-wheel vehicle, occupation of immovable property meeting certain prescribed criteria, ownership of a telephone, and foreign travel in the previous year, should normally fall within the taxable slabs and should voluntarily file their tax returns.
ये आश्चर्य है कि परमाणु परीक्षण की भी आलोचना की गई। पूछा गया देश के सामने कौन सा खतरा था। मैं 1974 में सदन में था जब श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी के नेतृत्व में परमाणु परीक्षण किया गया था। हमने उसका स्वागत किया था, प्रतिपक्ष में थे फिर भी स्वागत किया था, क्योंकि देश की रक्षा के लिए वो किया गया था। उस समय कौन सा खतरा था? क्या आत्मरक्षा की तैयारी तभी होगी जब खतरा होगा? पोखरण 2 कोई आत्मश्लाघा के लिए नहीं था, कोई पुरुषार्थ के प्रकटीकरण के लिए नहीं था, लेकिन हमारी नीति है और मैं समझता हूं ये देश की नीति रही है कि मिनिमम डिटरेंट होना चाहिए। वो क्रेडिबल भी होना चाहिए।
40,000 से ज्यादा पंच सरपंच का अधिकार 70 साल तक ले लिया। इसका जिम्मेदार कौन? इसका जिम्मेदार है 370। माननीय राष्ट्रपति शासन हुआ, राष्ट्रपति शासन में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने आग्रह किया और जम्मू कश्मीर के पंचायत एक्ट के तहत वहां चुनाव हुए। आज 40,000 पंच सरपंच गांव की सेवा सिद्धि कर रहे हैं, उनके हाथ में 3500 करोड़ रुपया पहुंचे। ये अधिकार नहीं मिला, मगर कोई नहीं बोलेगा। हमें कहते हैं वोट बैंक की राजनीति कर। क्यों घाटी में सिर्फ मुसलमान रहते हैं? क्या कहना चाहते हैं? घाटी में मुसलमान भी रहते, हिंदू भी रहते, सिख भी रहते, बौद्ध भी रहते, जैन भी रहते। धारा 370 अच्छी है तो सबके लिए अच्छी है और बुरी है तो सबके लिए बुरी है। हम धर्म की राजनीति नहीं करते। एक मेंटल बैरियर है, एक वोट बैंक की राजनीति है और एक काम का बोझ लेकर कुछ लोग घूमते रहते हैं। ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा, मान्यवर कुछ नहीं होने वाला। तो मैं सभी को निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि कृपया इस दोनों संकल्पों का और बिल का दोनों आप समर्थन करिए और एक अच्छा मैसेज कश्मीर के अंदर हम डालिए। इतनी करबद्ध विनती कर मैं मेरी बात को समाप्त करता हूं।
And now the journey of old parliament comes to an end, as a new building is ready and all set to take over. But before that, one last time, let's take a trip down memory lane and watch the grandeur of the old parliament. Originally called the Council House, the old Parliament building housed the Imperial Legislative Council and is considered an icon of India's democratic spirit. Spread across nearly 6 acres with a creamy sandstone colonnade of 144 pillars on the first floor, it is one of the most distinctive parliament buildings in the world. When the nation was still in the making and independence was 26 years away, Britain's Duke of Connaught laid the foundation stone of Parliament House on February 12, 1921 and said it would stand as the symbol of India's rebirth to yet higher destinies. The construction of the Parliament House building commenced in 1921 and British architects Edwin Lutyens and Herbert Baker took 6 years to construct it and was inaugurated by the then Viceroy Lord Irwin on January 18, 1927. The Parliament saw its last legislative sitting at the end of the year 2022. It was the winter session of Parliament which concluded on December 23rd, 6 days ahead of schedule, with opposition members forcing repeated adjournments in the final days over their demand for a discussion on the border issue with China. But what will happen to it now? It is being said that the old Parliament building will not be demolished, but it will be renovated and used alongside the new building. In 2022, a report had suggested that the Union government may convert the old Parliament into a museum. If and once it is opened as a museum, visitors may actually sit in the current Lok Sabha chamber. Known as the Temple of Democracy in India for over 96 years now, the old Parliament has witnessed the freedom struggle to the independence from British rule to the shaping up of the nation as it is today. The many-faceted history of the old Parliament building will be frozen with the inauguration of the new Parliament building on May 28, 2023.